Once upon a time, in the faraway kingdom of Verilus, there lived a young woman named Elora. She lived in a modest cottage at the edge of an enchanted forest, which was said to hold ancient magic, known only to those brave enough to venture deep inside. Elora's days were filled with simple tasks, tending to her garden, feeding the animals, and helping her neighbors in the nearby village. Though her life was humble, her heart yearned for adventure and love, like those whispered about in stories passed down through generations. But Elora had a secret. Every night, when the moon was high, she would visit the mysterious forest. Within its depths lay a garden unlike any other. The flowers there glowed softly with golden light, and the trees whispered ancient secrets. This garden, though beautiful, was said to be cursed, its magic tied to a prince who had vanished many years ago. One evening, Elora wandered deeper than she ever had before. She found herself standing before a grand fountain, its waters shimmering with the colors of the stars. And there, at the fountain's edge, sat a figure, a young man with deep green eyes and a sorrowful expression. "Who are you?" Elora asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The young man looked up, surprise flickering in his eyes. "I am Prince Alaric, once ruler of Verilus, now bound by the curse of this garden," he said. "I was once free, but in my desire to possess this magic, I lost everything. Now, I am trapped here, waiting for someone brave enough to break the curse." Elora's heart softened at his words. She had heard of the prince's disappearance but had never known the truth of his fate. "How can the curse be broken?" she asked, stepping closer. Alaric looked into her eyes, a glimmer of hope appearing for the first time in years. "Only a love pure of heart, someone who gives without asking for anything in return, can free me. But no one has ever tried." Moved by his sorrow and the kindness she felt within her heart, Elora knew she wanted to help. She began visiting the prince every night, learning his story, sharing her own, and slowly, a deep bond formed between them. Over time, the garden began to change. The once dark and eerie atmosphere grew lighter, the flowers bloomed more vibrantly, and the trees sang sweet lullabies. Elora realized that her love for Alaric was growing, and perhaps it was that very love that was starting to lift the curse. One fateful night, under the light of a full moon, Alaric took Elora's hands in his. "Elora," he said softly, "I have fallen in love with you. But I must ask, do you love me? Only your love can set me free." Elora's heart raced, and without hesitation, she answered, "Yes, Alaric, I love you." At her words, the garden erupted in light. The flowers shone brighter than the stars, the trees hummed with joy, and the fountain's waters sparkled as though filled with diamonds. Alaric's form shimmered, and the heavy weight of the curse was lifted. He stood before Elora, no longer bound by magic, free at last. As the dawn broke, the prince took Elora's hand, leading her out of the garden. They returned to the kingdom, where Alaric reclaimed his throne, and Elora became his queen. Together, they ruled the land with kindness and wisdom, their love a testament to the power of a pure heart. And so, the Enchanted Garden remained, not as a place of sorrow, but as a symbol of love's triumph, a reminder that even in the darkest places, love could grow and bring light to the world. They lived happily ever after, their love forever blooming like the flowers in the Enchanted Garden.